A look at some of the top stories of this hour. Poland's Prime Minister says a huge number of Russian drones violated its airspace during strikes on western Ukraine, calling it an unprecedented act of aggression. Belarus also reports shooting down drones overnight, claiming they were thrown off course by electronic jamming and warning Poland of objects headed its way. Israel strikes Hamas leaders in Qatar's capital Doha, killing 6, including a Qatari security officer, though Hamas says its top team survived. Qatar condemns the attack as a blatant violation of international law, while Prime Minister Netanyahu insists there will be no immunity for Hamas leaders. French police arrest dozens of protesters from a new Block Everything movement as it disrupts highways and traffic across the country. The demonstrations, organised on social media, draw comparisons to the 2018 Yellow Vest uprising against President Macron's economic reforms. EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen proposes using frozen Russian assets to fund a reparations loan for Ukraine without seizing the assets themselves. She tells lawmakers Russia must pay for its war and that the cash balances from immobilized funds can be channeled to Kyiv. President Donald Trump says his administration is negotiating to remove trade barriers with India and will speak to Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the coming weeks. Trump strikes a more optimistic tone, expressing hope the two sides can finalize a deal after weeks of friction. French President Emmanuel Macron named 39-year-old Defence Minister Sébastien Lecornu as Prime Minister, signalling continuity with his pro-business agenda. The pick, a loyalist, could alienate left-wing allies and leave Macron reliant on far-right support in Parliament. Soldiers patrol Kathmandu as an indefinite curfew grips Nepal's capital after days of deadly anti-graft protests that forced Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli to resign. The unrest, sparked by a social media ban, left 19 dead when police used tear gas and rubber bullets to disperse demonstrators. Iran and the UN nuclear watchdog announced a deal to resume inspections at facilities damaged by US and Israeli airstrikes in June, though details remain unclear. Tehran warns the agreement will collapse if Europe reimposes sanctions, even as it faces pressure to account for enriched uranium stockpiles.